Hi, and thanks for joining us for another episode of Into the Mystic Sailing. We're leaving Atlantic City. We stayed at the Golden Nugget Marina. We're headed back out onto the Atlantic Ocean. We're going to sail down the coast of New Jersey until we get down to a town called Cape May, which is right at the very bottom of the Delaware Bay. There's some weather coming in, according to all the reports that we've seen, every weather outlet that we look at, all the apps that we can see. Telling us that there's going to be a nor'easter coming. So this is us going through the channel at Cape May to get into our marina. We're staying at a place called Utch's Marina, and this is just the inlet coming off the Atlantic Ocean. It's funny, every time we show a video like this, it doesn't do justice to just how rough an inlet or the waves or the wind is, but as we head through, it's pretty bouncy. There's a lot going on. Everybody's trying to stream in to get out of the way of the nor'easter that's coming that way. So this is Utch's Marina. This is the first day that we get there. It's late in the day, and we get a nice sunset to enjoy our first night there. We are currently in Cape May. There's Chara. And there's a nor'easter coming up the coast, and I just want to show you what it looks like before all this starts to happen. This is our marina. We're at Utch's, I think that's how you say it. Utch's Marina. A lot of boats in. You can probably hear the wind, but it's supposed to gust in the 50s. So this is the before. We'll show you an after it's doing its thing. The boats are starting to heal, and so that's what we've got. We'll let you know how it goes. The worst of it's supposed to be here tomorrow and during the day, which will be nice. We'll be able to at least see it as it's happening. But boats are all over the place, and gonna be a long night for sure. We'll talk to you. Utch's is a great little marina. As soon as you come into Cape May, you come through the inlet, you turn to port, kind of follow that around a little bit. But there are lots of boats coming in. Some are anchored. Most are headed to marinas just to try to get out of the way of the storm. We saw winds of 60 miles an hour. Waves on the Atlantic were 20 feet, so pretty tough. The inlet brings in so much water from the Atlantic Ocean, so as the winds are coming from offshore in, it is moving lots and lots of water into the marina. So I'm walking here back to the boat, but at the height of the storm, the water was almost cresting over this area that I'm walking on right here. The sheer power of what that wind can do, how it moves that much water, is really incredible. It is amazing to think that all of this area floods out. In a little bit, we're going to go to a restaurant, and somebody told us, hey, you better go before the storm comes, because when the storm gets here, it'll flood out, and they won't be open for a few days while they clean it up. It's just over and over. There's our boat right there. We met some great people here that we still keep in touch with. There's Jackie Electric, a good friend that we met along the way. This is the Lobster House seafood restaurant. While we were there, Chara celebrated her birthday, so we obviously wanted to go out and get seafood. So good, absolutely so good. We got a waterfront table, which was nice, but you can see the storm clouds coming through. If you had never been to Cape May, one of the beautiful parts of Cape May, it's such a cool coastal town. It's what you think it is, but there are tons of these very Victorian-looking houses that date back over 100 years, and they're so well maintained, they're so beautifully done, that just street after street after street of these gorgeous old Victorian houses that are just stunning to look at. So we spent time just walking around town. We come upon a shopping area that has been blocked off. So you can't get in with a vehicle. The only way to get in is on foot. And it's just several blocks of these really cool shops, these quaint beach towns, just a really nice setup. Great restaurants, t-shirt shops, all kinds of fun stuff. By the way, here's an interesting fact. Caitlin, our niece, is a Jaws fanatic. Loves the movie Jaws, has always loved the movie Jaws. And so anytime anybody's around anything that has any Jaws memorabilia, we always think of her and try to pick her up something. Well, we go into a store that is just packed with Jaws merchandise, and we find out that Jaws is actually based on a true story that happened in Cape May in the early 1900s. So a little trivia for you. So we sit down to have a little Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and these little birds came right up to us, landed on Chara, and Chara is feeding them out of her hands. It's just one of those kind of cool experiences that you don't think you'll see all the time. More of the downtown shopping area. It's just cool shops and little restaurants and everything you hope to find when you're in one of these coastal towns. We take a walk to a little river that kind of runs, a little cut that runs beside the marina. That bridge right there, just to give you some perspective, our boat, the top of the mast is 53 feet above the water line, and as tall as that bridge is, it's too short for us to go under. So we have to go around. When we leave Cape May and we head up to Delaware Bay, we have to go around and head up, back out onto the ocean to head up the Delaware Bay. One of the cool things that we found while we were out just for a stroll, clear blue skies, just gorgeous, of course, are these horseshoe crabs. They are 445 million years old. They predate the dinosaurs. What happens is they come in on high tide, they eat here. Some of them get stuck. There were literally hundreds of them here. They're all dead, but they get stuck here, and what you find are these carcasses of these ancient 445 million year old species of horse crab that are unique to the North Atlantic Ocean where we are in the Cape May area. Some perspective, they're as big as your head. That's how big they are.
This is the ocean from Cape May, New Jersey. We are down at their little boardwalk. Town is absolutely incredible. Tons of little shops. And the ocean looks pretty calm today, although it's very, very windy here on shore. So we're going to stay in Cape May another day or so, maybe two.
Maybe two?
Yeah.
We'll stay tonight. Today is, what day? Thursday, October the something.
Yeah.
13th, maybe?
16th.
16th, okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to stay tonight, and we'll stay tomorrow, Friday. There's a small craft advisory out there, and we don't like those. So we're going to stay one more day, an extra day, and then Saturday morning we'll leave, and we're going to come out, and we'll do a little bit of this. And then we'll go up to Delaware Bay.
It's about, I don't know, 60 degrees today with some pretty strong winds, so it's a little chilly, but it's beautiful. The sun is shining and it is gorgeous.
No clouds. No clouds.
Not a cloud
wild?
in the sky.
Yeah.
Not one.
Yeah. Cape May's gorgeous. Just It's fabulous. That's part of the strip.
Probably one of our favorite stops.
Yeah, I would agree. What in the world? There goes my ride. It is such a cool perspective to see the ocean from this side and also the other side. We don't take it lightly. There's always a lot of anxiety when you're headed out, but to see it from this side and to see it from the other side is really just kind of a cool juxtaposition of the same body of water looking so different from two very different angles. So we're leaving Uchis Marina and Cape May. We have to go back out because our mast is too tall to clear the bridge. We have to go back out on the Atlantic Ocean. As soon as we get out of the inlet, we're going to turn to the right or starboard, and then we'll head up the Delaware Bay. As we start to make our way up the Delaware Bay, we'll go across the C&D Canal, Chesapeake and Delaware Canal, and then down the famed Chesapeake Bay. Good morning, everybody. It is, what day is it? Hold on, we'll tell you. 1 second.
Saturday, October 18th.
October 18th, of course it is, Saturday morning. Beautiful sunrise behind us on the Atlantic. We just left Cape May and we're headed to
Chesapeake City, Maryland.
Chesapeake City, Maryland in the C&D Canal. C&D stands for the Chesapeake and Delaware Canal. It's a canal at the top of those bays that connects to, it's a canal that connects two bays. So we are, how many miles do we have today?
67 miles today.
67 miles today, so it'll be a long day. I don't know, 12 hours maybe, something like that. But we should get all the way through the Delaware Bay and then be anchored or tied up in the C&D Canal in Chesapeake City sometime late tonight. So from there, we're coming down to Chesapeake and Annapolis, Norfolk, Virginia, and then we start the ICW from there. So, all right, we'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time on Into the Mystic Sailing.